Back in 2019 when this bill passed, people were really like, it was on the radar that we have this aging prison population. There were Republicans and Democrats alike who came together to try to develop a policy that would allow people to get out if they were really sick. Yeah, one person's been paroled in the last 5 years since the bill passed. That's insane to have nobody benefiting from something that's supposed to be just a key to get somebody out who might be really sick.
That was one of my worst fears, to die in prison.
People are dying and they're losing their mind inside of the prison hospital. You know, we're putting stress on officers. We're putting stress on just nursing staff. We don't realize the hurt that we're putting on other people, and you start to see why the turnover rate in a lot of these jobs is so high, why the suicide rate, even amongst officers, is so high. The amounts of secondary trauma, it's like dominoes, touching all of these different lives in all of these different ways. These are things that you never forget.
It gave a lot of people false hope, and I thought that that was unfair.
You're talking about men and women that have serious terminal diseases. They're bedridden, they're blind. You know, I took care of a man who had no legs and no arms. What could he possibly do to anybody?
You got guys that have stage 4 cancer. You have guys that have liver disease. You have guys that have multiple sclerosis. You have guys that have brain tumors.
Death in a prison hospital is one of the most depressing things that I've ever saw. There's facilities that are better and more able to deal with that. Can you imagine to be an elderly person with dementia in a prison hospital, and every single day you wake up and you don't even remember what you did to get you in this position in the first place. And every single day someone has to remind you that you're in prison. It doesn't serve us any. We don't get anything out of it.
So I am not safer, and you are not safer. My kid is not safer. The community is not safer because an old person is dying in prison.